Good morning, everyone. We're continuing here in the KITZUR HILCHOS SHABBOS, and we're going through all the different types of malachas that a person could do, and the perhaps leniencies that we will see, and how it's going to work. The next thing, or the stringencies even, as we'll see. Psik resha, literally, which means psik resha, the cutting off of the head. What does that mean? Remember, yesterday we spoke about a Dovid, which means when you're doing something that you don't intend for the result that's going to take place. If you're dragging the bench across the dirt floor of your home, so maybe it will create a ditch, maybe it won't, and therefore, since you don't have in mind that you want the ditch, therefore, even if at the end of the day some kind of a ditch would end up being created, you're still going to be exempt. But if you know for sure by dragging this bench across the floor, it's going to create a ditch, even if you're not mechaven, which means you don't have that intention, you just want to get the bench from one side of the house to the other side of the house, nevertheless, it's considered as if you did this particular malacha bekavana with intention. V'nikra b'shem psik resha, and it's called a psik resha, a cutting off of the head. Now, what does cutting off of the head have to do with dragging a bench across the floor? So he explains. V'naisnim mashal al zeh, Chazal give a mashal, a parable on this. B'misha chaytech roish oif kadesh yitzchak imoy benay. In the olden days, they didn't have toy stores. So what did the kids play with? So apparently it was not uncommon to play with the heads of chickens. Obviously a dead chicken, you would take the head and the kids would play with it. So now it's Shabbos, it's a long summer afternoon, and your kids are bored out of their mind, and they keep telling you, I'm so bored, Tati, I have nothing to do. So you say, you know what, I'll get you a chicken's head. So you take a chicken, and you cut off his head, and you give the head to the child. Now, even though you don't want the chicken to die, that's not the intention of cutting off the head. You're cutting off the heads for the head itself, for a toy for your children. Nevertheless, it's considered to be doing a malacha, doing an action, because it's impossible that you could cut off the head without killing the chicken. So that's a shchita, that's shechting over there, which you're not allowed to do on Shabbos, even though that all you had in mind to do was to bring the head of the chicken to your child that he could play with it, but you can't avoid the fact that you're going to kill the chicken in the process of doing so. Vanu psik resha v'lo yomos. So that's what the Gemara asks. Can you cut off the head and the chicken's not going to die? Impossible, and therefore that kind of a malacha, when you know the result of the action for sure is going to be something that is prohibited on Shabbos, even if you didn't have intention for that, you had in mind something else, nevertheless, that's going to be a malacha on Shabbos, which you'll be held accountable for. Okay, the next one is longer as well. We'll leave that for next time, and Bezan will continue to go through the halachas of Shabbos to enhance our Shabbos Kodesh. This week we have a schos. It's a 3-leveled Shabbos. It's Shabbos Kodesh, Shabbos Chanukah, and Shabbos Rosh Chodesh. So the more that we adhere to the halachas of Shabbos, we understand even some of the more on the hashkafas, how to appreciate the Shabbos. Bez Hashem will elevate in a triple header this Shabbos to get closer and closer to Shabbos, to the halachas, to the hashkafa, to the hergish, to the feelings and the kedusha of Shabbos, and that way we'll get closer to Hashem. All the best.